Welcome to your first clan assembly for a few years. And I know that it took us a wee while to get in and get settled, but that's entirely understandable given that we've not done clan assemblies for a while. We've done year group assemblies as we've kicked off. We used to, for those of you who don't know, because at least the first 3 or 4 rows I've never experienced a clan assembly, we used to do our clan assemblies every week. You know, a Monday might be Dermot and a Tuesday might be Fingal and so on and so forth. And this year we're going to change it about and we're going to involve all the SPLT in all the assemblies. Previously, each SPLT would run their own assembly for their own clans. And I'm going to thank them in a minute. But in an effort to go forward and to understand this new setup, the reason that we do live assemblies is to give our young leaders the opportunity to learn a skill in preparation, organisation and in the performance of running an assembly. They won't be the only people on the stage as we progress through the year. There will be other people from across the school, regardless of what clan it is. Obviously, Dermot's sitting in front of me now. But you will all get the chance at different times to come up and on the stage, and you'll learn that presentation skill and you'll get that presentation experience as well. So I think live assemblies is really important. However, sharing a consistent message is equally as important, and the things that we learnt during COVID is about how to use the technology a lot better. And so as much as there'll be a live assembly every week, a different clan taking that responsibility for the live assembly and leading it each week, the assembly is being beamed to the whole school so that there's a consistent message going out. And as you'll hear from Mr. Champion in a minute, a consistent message makes sure that you all understand what's coming up and what our expectations are is a really important thing, so that there's no dubiety of what we are trying to teach you, the lessons that we need you to learn. I'm going to pass to Mr. Champion in a moment, but I also like to take the opportunity whenever I can to do nice things. And one of the nicest things I can ever do is to thank people and to recognise hard work. I think that's one of the best things about my job. And so I would like to, in advance of all the assemblies, and this one in particular, to thank all the members of SPLT for taking that baton that I gave them and rushing on and charging forward with arranging assemblies so that we can add to your learning. You know, it takes time and it takes effort. They have to come together. There's communication skills involved in that. And as you're going to see in a minute, the presentations will be brilliant. And so that's another lesson learned. So I'm really pleased the SPLT have already taken up that mantle. And so my thanks to all the SPLT for leading their bit of the assembly. But first things first, I'm going to ask Mr. Champion to come up and say a few words as well about expectations. And I wish you a fantastic rest of the week until I see you at the next assembly. Thank you.
Good morning, Dermot. Good morning, all the other clans on the screen. One of my roles as Seniors Depute is to show new families around the school. And I've shown 3 new families around this week. Every single one of those families said how smart the pupils look and how calm the school is. So great credit to you. However, one of my colleagues reminded me yesterday lunchtime that we do that, we're successful at that, because we sweat the small stuff. So please heed my advice. Shirts should be tucked in, boys. So boys, please keep your shirts tucked in. Secondly, you are allowed to go to the toilet. However, we are noticing that far too many pupils are asking to be excused to go to the toilet. If I'm teaching science, I will say to that pupil, can you let me just finish my explanation? Or can you just finish those next 2 questions? Most of those pupils then forget to come back and ask me to go to the toilet, which for me shows that they don't really want to go to the toilet. So will you please take this seriously and only ask to go to the toilet if you really want to go to the toilet, particularly when you've only got 10 or 15 minutes left of a lesson. And lastly, your teachers are going to be having a bit of a blitz on those of you that are late. So we are going to record very accurately over the next 10 days those pupils that are late in the register. And Mr. Leadbeater has been doing some maths, and he's just told me that if we are late 5 times in a week, we lose over the whole school year 6 days of learning. And if you go to the toilet just 5 times in a week, you will lose another 6 school days of learning. So please heed my advice. Let's keep working together, and I'm going to hand over to the senior pupil leadership team. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Katie, and I'm one of the new clan captains for Dermot. Today we're going to be talking about a bit of the clan heritage of each of the clans. So the clan system was introduced into Oban High School in 1928, and the pupils were divided into 3 clans, which were Fingal, Somerled and Ossian. Clan Dermot was introduced in 1947. All the pupils live on the islands, and therefore all the pupils that stay in a hostel are in Dermot. So this includes pupils from Col, Tiree, Colonsay, Mull, Iona, Gomertra and Lismore.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm also Dermot's clan captain. There are many legends of Dermot in Irish and Scottish mythology. Many of these tell of Dermot's hunt of a great boar, which had poisonous spikes on its back. That was ravaging land and killing cattle and pigs. Dermot was one of Fionn Mac Cumaile's most trusted warriors, and therefore the story of Dermot links closely to Ossian. The photo on the bottom of the slide is said to be Dermot's grave, located in Glenshee, Perthshire.
So we're going to pass over to Fingal now.
Hi, I'm Caris, and I'm one of Fingal's clan leaders for this year.
And I'm Eliza, and I'm the other clan leader for Fingal this year. Fingal was one of the first clans introduced in 1928 to the school clan system.
Fingal's named after a mythological giant, and the story is that Fingal got into an argument with another giant who was from Ireland, and they created the Giant's Causeway so that they can go and fight. However, Fingal got scared and ran back, destroying the causeway and then hiding in a cave which is now called Fingal's Cave on Staffa.
We hope to do well with Fingal this year in all the clan challenges, and we're going to pass you over onto Ossian now.
Hi, I'm Megan. And I'm Sophie. And behind us you will see Ossian, and you will see our clan badge. So Ossian is based on, no, please do excuse my pronunciation, Ossian, son of Fionn Mac Cumaile, a legendary bard in Irish mythology.
Ossian was a blind Celtic warrior that played the clarsa, and that's why we have the clarsa on the crest.
He takes inspiration from nature. He hears the voice of the north through the trees, which activates his sorrow, and the river, which activates his memory.
We're going to pass on to Somerled next.
Thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're your 2 new Somerled clan leaders. The clan Somerled was named after Somerled, who was a Gaelic lord in the early 12th century.
And his name in Norse means summer traveller, and in Viking terms that meant sea raider. He is traditionally remembered as a Celtic hero and mighty king of the Isles. He was also one of the members, or one of the key factors in bringing together Argyll and the Isles.
So recently, Somerled have won the Clan Shield last year, and we got second in the Highland Games. So this year, we're just hoping to continue our winning ways.
I'll now pass you over to Gregor and Ellie, our 2 new young sports ambassadors.
So hi guys, I'm Ellie and this is Gregor. We are both new sport ambassadors of the school, and our job around the school is to develop sport and sort of produce sort of events for all kids of all ages around the school.
So behind me right now, you'll see the timetable of after-school sports clubs. And so a rough overview: Monday you got your football, you've got your badminton, your school of dance. Tuesday you got your shinty and your dance choreographies. You've got loads of dance choreographies. So if you want to go and have a try out of any of them, please go ahead. It's really easy. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just go along and have a try of it. Thursday you've got Wednesday you've got your rugby, your basketball, gymnastics. Thursday again you've got rugby, you've got netball, volleyball and Irish dancing. And throughout the week you can see down the bottom that there's, for S4s and 6s, the open fitness in the gym. Please, if you're doing that, go and sign up on the website and go and write your name down on the morning before you do it. I'm going to give a special mention now to, on Monday after school, the girls' football. They're struggling for numbers a wee bit lately, so please, if you can, go along and have a try out of that. Like I said, if you don't like it, there's no disaster. Just go along and have a try and see if you like it. You never know, you might like it. So that'd be good. But the timetable there should be on the PowerPoint, and it'll be also in the PE department. If you want to have a go and have a look at it after the assembly, it'll be in the PE department for you.
We're also going to be hosting a range of lunchtime clubs. So we do encourage people to come along. We're planning on sort of doing a timetable. So like 1st to 2nd years one day, 3rd to 4th the next, so on and so forth. The included activities will probably be football, rugby, frisbee outside, and then dodgeball and other activities in the big games hall. I do have to say, if any girls are wanting to ask any questions about the girls' football, please go ahead. I help out with the club, and if you have any questions, even anything, just ask us about it, because we are struggling for numbers a wee bit just now. So, but that's the plan so far. So.
Thank you very much. Like I said, like Ellie said, if you have any questions about absolutely any of the clubs, please come and speak to us or any of the seniors, and they will report back to us and we will answer your questions as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Julia, head girl. Oban High School is aiming to work towards achieving their core Reading School Award, but we need your help. By this we mean taking part in school book clubs or even forming your own and promoting reading within the school. This could be as simple as recommending some of your favourite books to your friends, but doing it through the English department can result in you achieving a leadership award. If you're interested, please go see Ms McIntosh during lunch today. And I'm just going to pass over to Dylan.
Hello everyone. So for all of our future assemblies, we're really curious on what you want to see and hear us presenting. So after this, could each class please fill in a form which should be provided to you on Google Meet, and we'd love to hear about basically what you want us to present. Is there anything you want to learn about the school, anything extracurricular or anything related to any of our partners as well?
Right, two things to say, guys, if you'll give us a sec.
So, as Dylan said, we're going to do a survey. So, we'd like everyone in Dermot to go back to their clan classes, and your teachers can take you through the survey. And please take your time with this, because we really want to know your opinions and ideas. And then, if we have time at the end, we're going to be running a Blue Kit quiz about the clan history. But please don't rush the survey to do this, because it's really important. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Go Dermot.